Hey, what is going on, everyone? I hope you are having a great day. Today, I wanted to share with you three stocks that I think can have success in the near and long term course. I'll share with you stock news updates as well as providing my rationale using fundamental and technical analysis. Before I begin, let's say if you're new to this channel, I'd really appreciate you hitting the like and subscribing to All I See is W. First stock I wanted to talk about is Inovio Pharmaceuticals, ticker INO. I've been talking about this stock for over a year now. And I personally think that with the news with Omicron, the variant strain to COVID-19 virus, this really positions the INO 4800 intended to be used for the coronavirus variant strains, as including the OG strain. The share price will likely start positioning forward in the right direction, trending in the positive direction. We know that the share price previously ran all the way up to $35 at the time when COVID-19 was at its peak back in 2020. However, that doesn't mean that there isn't the possibility for INO to catapult up back to its high point with the resistance at $35. Where it's currently at the low $7, I definitely think that it's really undervalued. Let's say if you are an investor of Inovio Pharmaceuticals or you're looking for a biotechnology play, Inovio Pharmaceuticals is well positioned for long-term success because its INO 4800 is getting headway into phase 3 clinical trials. And what that means is it has availability to research and analyze the South African strain and reassess to see what it can do to adjust and calibrate its regulatory submission to the Food and Drug Administration, given the fact that it hasn't been commercialized yet. And once it does, then it can be a high quality vaccine that's positioned for long-term success. And we know that with Inovio Pharmaceuticals, it's working with very solid companies right now in terms of supplier to support its high throughput capabilities for manufacturing production. But the fundamental key thing is designing a vaccine that actually works, right? I mean, yes, although we do have the Moderna, Pfizer, J&J vaccine, that's great to really improve the safety and efficacy with vaccines going on all around the world right now. The fact that you're having to take 3 vaccines for a year, that's just overwhelming, I think. And that really just positions and sets the stage for small cap companies to really add value and to develop vaccines that actually can work and provide long-term immunity, right? There's no perfect vaccine right now, and that's why it really sets the benchmark for companies to design the vaccine that actually adds value to humanity from a global scale. We know that it's a shortage right now all around the world if we want to control this type of pandemic. And we know that the virus isn't going away. It's continually mutating, becoming more virulent, transmissible all around the world. And with human behaviors, not wearing masks and traveling, that really will allow for the virus to bind onto different hosts. So it's definitely not going to be isolated until we have solid, high-quality vaccines. And I really think that Inovio Pharmaceuticals will gain market share in the long term with its INO 4800, as well as the different DNA vaccine therapies that they have in place. So from a technical standpoint, I believe in 2022, it can start hovering well into the double-digit share price range and start reaching all the way up to like the mid $20, and it may go even far beyond that, right? I mean, it just all depends on the timing. And we know that just with biotech companies, at least for small cap companies, it's been just hit significantly hard in the prior months. I mean, in the second half of 2021, it's just been devastating. However, what goes down must come up, and I really think that Inovio Pharmaceuticals is starting to gain traction right now. And there's lots of call options that are happening right now with INO, and I firmly believe that with Joseph Kim's direction leading the team here, it can start catapulting upward. So that's my takeaway with Inovio Pharmaceuticals. So be on the lookout for that play. Next stock is iBio, ticker IBIO, led by CEO Tom Isett, who's been the CEO for more than a year and a half now. And what I like so much about this company is that it's plant-based, right? You don't have any other type of company that's leveraging plant-derived medicine, taking the collagen to produce vaccines. And not only does it have vaccines in preclinical trials intended for COVID-19, but they also have vaccines for animals as well, such as the swine flu, as well as fibrosis. And the fact that it has partnerships with Texas A&M and Texas University studying its iBio 200 platform, that tells you that it's supported by large-scale institutions in Texas. And the fact that iBio has branched out into the central hub of innovation in San Diego, that to me just lets me know that iBio is positioning itself for the long-term scale. And for those reasons, I believe that iBio, from a fundamental analysis, will start adding value, and as a result, we'll see the share price appreciate. Although we've seen the share price go down from like 150 now down to like the high 60, 70 cents. What goes down will really go up, and I really think right now with the relative strength index from a technical analysis, it's definitely being oversold. However, people are beginning to have a mindset switch given the fact that Omicron, the variant strain, has come into play with the 500% more transmissible virulent percentage. That just tells you that these biotech plays specific to COVID-19 are put back onto the map, and for those reasons, iBio will start catapulting up from my perspective from here on out, going up, because it's been taking a downward trajectory, but I think now we're in a position where it will start climbing back up. And let's say if you are an existing investor, here's a great opportunity to dollar cost average down, or if you're a new investor, it's definitely undervalued. And I can see that in 2022, at a minimum, it will go above 350% positive proceed gains from the current share price at this time. But if you're a long-term investor, take advantage of the dips, right? Just continually monitor and periodically invest when you can buy at a discount, because in the long term, we know that with its patented technology, Fast Farm, it can really add value to investors. And that's why I think that iBio will be a company that will be positioned for success in the long term. Let's say if you hold on to this company beyond 2023, I believe that it can really add value. And there's a lot of discussions about, a reverse split. Well, we'll see where that goes, right? I mean, the value of the share price will remain the same. It's just the psychology to see whether it would have a short-term dip or an increase. We don't know that. But let's just put our faith efforts with Tom Isett. He's come from large-scale institutions. He's assembled a team. So let's see how the management team plays out. And I firmly believe with the experience of all of these directors on board, I believe that the company is going to start scaling up. And with operational efficiencies, the benefit of having plant-derived medicine, it costs very minimal with how you manufacture the product. So I have high conviction that iBio will turn around, and for those reasons, the share price will start catapulting up. I see in 2022, we shall see above the $2 and beyond range. We know that previously ran all the way up to $7, but let's not exclude the fact that that's not possible, because anything is possible in the stock market, and you just have to have that faith. And patience is a virtue is my key takeaway. That's why I'm holding on to iBio. Next ticker I wanted to share with you is Skye Bioscience, ticker SKYE. What I like so much about Skye is that there aren't too many biotech plays in the glaucoma space for human eye ocular disease, where you have hypertension, high blood pressure in the eye. In fact, there's just a handful of drugs out in the market. There's Timolol, Repressa, latanoprost that are commercially available for the use of glaucoma patients. Skye Bioscience's patented technology, SBI 100, it leverages derived cannabinoids and it's bioengineered and synthesized, where it uses nano emulsion technology, where once you apply the volume into the eye, it actively binds to the posterior end of the eye and allows for the THC to reduce the intraocular pressure significantly. What we've seen in preclinical trials data is that the subject groups in rabbits and rats, it has demonstrated superior reduction in the hypertension of the eye. And what's going to be positive in the coming weeks is the announcement of neuroprotection data from the research being done with clinical research organizations in Europe about how SBI 100 use can provide neuroprotective effects. And to date, there's no drug that's commercially available with the labeling for neuroprotective effects. About a third patients all around the world impacted by glaucoma do not have hypertension in the eye. However, they do have the development of neuroprotection. What's the preventive action for this to occur for glaucoma? It can be neuroprotection, while also it can add so much value with single use using SBI 100 or use in combination with Ropressa, for example, where it has demonstrated one of the best results for bringing down IOP levels. And for those reasons, I firmly believe that Skye Bioscience, where it currently is right now, heading into 2022 with significant milestones to achieve with Puneet Dhillon's strategy and vision for the company. We know that the company is going to make headway into human clinical trials in 2022 at the start of Q2, possibly in Q1, and having the results available and getting into phase 2 clinical trials as well in 2022. We know that this is going to be huge. It's going to be a game changer, and I firmly believe that with its preclinical trials data demonstrating safety and tolerability, as well as performing irritability studies on the ocular eyes, there's no safety implications. And for those reasons, this is going to be one of the game changer drug companies out in this market. We look at Jazz Pharmaceuticals purchasing GW Pharmaceuticals for like $7.1 billion for the drug product Epidiolex, as well as its program. That tells you that Skye Bioscience is following that similar trajectory. However, the difference is it has patented technology with its drug product. And where the current share price is at 6-7 cents, where it previously ran all the way up to 26 cents in 2020 in Q2, I firmly believe that in the upcoming year 2022, not only will it meet the 25 cents trajectory, it can catapult beyond that, heading up to 60 to 85 cents, possibly very soon. So we know that when there's not too many drug products out in play with companies producing these type of drugs, anything can happen. For those reasons, I have high belief in Skye Bioscience. I hope you enjoyed this video on my analysis on these 3 stocks. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe for more related content. Thanks again, and thanks for watching. All I see is Dougie. Have a good day. Goodbye.